episode of What We Talking About on Afro Vibes TV, and this is my beautiful co-host Jersey.
What's poppin', y'all?
We back again, Jersey.
So, how was your week?
It was a long week, but the end of the week ended well, and I'm in a good space today. I feel good. It was a grind. It felt like Monday to Wednesday was very slow, and then after that, everything started picking up. Um, I'm in a good space. I had a good week. I can't complain.
Yeah, you seem really hyped today.
Yeah, I'm just in a good space today. I got my beautiful co-host, my partner in crime with me, Jersey. Um, I'm having fun doing the show with you. I'm enjoying it, so we're gonna give him another banger.
Yes. So, I know last week we kind of talked about, the whole Trump, and I find it crazy how Biden kind of just
Right? He
dropped out.
just said, "I'm done. I quit." Um, it seems ironic that the timing of that to me.
What you mean?
Um, I'm I'm not gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm a thinker and I see what I see, and I feel like he was told to sit down. Like I think this is a part of some kind of amazing script that they are putting together, and I feel like this is a part of the script. He has to sit down.
What you think they paid him?
I feel,
There had to be some type of like compensation. Like, hey, we give you this if you drop out the race.
I think that he was tired, but he wasn't ready to quit. And I think whatever they offered him just made it easier for him to walk away. He didn't probably want to quit, but I don't think that he really wanted to. I think he was tired. I think he wanted to do it, but his body and his health was not allowing him to be the best president or whatever you call that
Yeah,
he could be.
he was touching what, 80? Like
Yeah, he's up.
someone who's 80 running the country.
He's up there. I really believe that they're gonna have somebody come out of the fog and have a new person run. They talking about Kamala Harris, and they saying he gave her
Like the okay.
the green light, and he's supporting her and everything. But I believe somebody else is gonna come out of nowhere and try to run. They talk about Cory Booker too.
He's the governor from New Jersey.
Yeah, they talking to no. His name came up though. His name came up.
I don't know about that, but everybody kind of jumping on the Harris wagon right now.
Yeah, they are.
But then people don't know, like she been locking, like black people up.
Yeah, she been locking a lot of black people up. Black men have not had a good dealings with her. She is a person that, to a lot of people, she plays both sides as far as the pride of her color and her race, and then the manipulation game, and also the advantage that she could take from going to the other side and making sure she pleases everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Outside of us.
But then when you think about it, now that I'm thinking about it for real, what if this was all like a plan? Like, what if she just played along with whoever she was around to do what had to be done to get to this level? Because imagine if she didn't, she wouldn't be no vice president, potential new president.
True. Now that's possible. That is possible. But I mean, she locking people up though, like brothers up. Like, was that like I gotta show them I ain't playing? Like, were they collateral damage then? Like, were they collateral damage for her the
Kind
position she was trying to get?
Like a sacrifice, like unfortunate though.
Right, right. But this is the game. Politics is nasty. So people gonna do whatever they gotta do to get where they gotta go. So I guess that's what that was, you know.
So as a man, do you think we're really ready for a woman president?
I mean, I feel like if Trump could be the president, anybody else should get a fair shake. We shouldn't question nobody else that come in here to be the president. If we got Donald Trump come in, and now he could possibly be getting a second term. So that's definitely a woman has every right, and I don't feel no way about it. My concern is always who's the right person, and it seems like over the history of presidents, nobody's been the right person because they sell you dreams until they get in the White House, and then everything changes up. Yeah,
I think people really just gonna bank on the fact that like Trump gave out money, and that's why they're gonna vote for him.
yes, everybody, businessmen, people who big business, in the tax bracket that I'm not in, they are definitely gonna go with the money game, and I can't be mad at it because if you think about it, if you look in the dictionary and you read the definition of the United States of America, it's defined as a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you from the grand scheme of things, I can't be mad at the businessmen because they got to protect their investments. So
Yeah.
he speaks their language when it comes to that.
Because buying milk at $5 is just, it's not cutting it no more.
No,
Like,
not at all, yo.
milk $5, cereal $6. Shoot, every seasoning is like about $5.
Right.
So like a whole meal, just to make a meal, you might as well just go out to Chipotle twice a day.
For all that. Then I wonder if they do this on purpose. Like, is there a game they playing where that we don't know if we just say we're not buying that for that, they'll drop the price? I almost feel like they're going, let's see how much we can make them pay for this. Let's see how much they'll spend on this. Bring the milk up another quarter next week to see people still buying it. It's like, are they playing the game just to see how um desperate we are for certain things? Because we don't need everything that we get anyway. We don't need it.
Nah, we need it.
think-
I need that gas every day.
Well, yeah,
to
you
go
need gas.
to-
The gas thing is they got it. That's why they pigeonhole us right there because they know you got to drive some.
Yeah,
That
you have to.
That's not an experiment. That's definitely them just trying to get their money out of the gas. I believe that. Definitely, they're gonna hustle that. They're gonna play that game. Gas gonna go up forever. That's never gonna change. Like, I can't help y'all with that one. I ain't got no answer for that.
Because no matter how much they raise the gas, people need it and they're going to buy it whether they complain or not.
Right.
At the end of the day.
We're not the Flintstones. We're not running with our cars. They definitely that gas. Now, and for big companies with gas, I can't be mad at them. This is a business. Hey, you want to drive? You got to get gas. It's up to us to make our money and situate our money to the way we can afford the gas. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. That's what it is. It is what it's business. Get your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, but even with her locking people up, you think she'll do the same thing if she was in office? Do you think she would play like devil's advocate?
I think if she's in the office, I don't believe that she would have to feel like she had to do that unless that's who she really is. If that's not who she is, I think she'll coast once she get in. I don't think she'll play that game anymore because if it's a game she's playing, it wouldn't be necessary. She might have been doing that just to get in there. So if she's really for us, no. If she is what other people think she is, where they think that she's just, more concerned about catering to them, then she'll continue to try to impress them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of curious how a debate between them would go because you know how Trump don't answer no questions, and she seemed like, she's younger, so she can actually like talk and like actually have like a thought. Besides, like Biden was over here like in and out of it.
Yeah, he was. He was an easy kill for Trump.
Oh,
There's no work. I think Trump actually would enjoy being able to have Kamala Harris because one thing about Trump, he like attention and he wants smoke. He want to engage with some kind of drama. Because he want to be able to talk his talk. He want to be able to talk junk, talk crazy. So he needs somebody on the other end that can get that out of him. And I think he was bored with Biden. I think he needs somebody so that he can go back and forth with, so he can act a fool.
Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way because I don't know if you heard about the shooting that just happened.
Yes.
And how that officer, he was actually charged with like murder. Like there was no like, oh, it was self-defense. Like they really like charged him. I wonder if that's going to affect what's going on because I know Trump said that he should get pardoned.
Of course.
Of course he said it though.
Yeah,
of course.
that's see, this is why when black people say, "Oh, Trump is good for us, then he say something like that. Like, how can you disregard somebody's life because of a color? Like, it's like clear cut that he was wrong. But they always get away with this with us. And it seems like every time there's something big going on, like a campaign or something,
boom happens.
Somebody black gets killed in the public arena, or they highlight a killing of us that they bring across the nation, and then they create this energy to where we're angry and mad, and it's always somebody like Trump that is there to take up for the person who's the offender, who's killing us just flat out, just murdering innocent black people for
Did
no
you see the
reason.
video? You saw the video, right?
I'm gonna tell you what I did, right? Because I can't really look at that no more, that type of stuff, because I get it consumes me. I'm walking around mad and angry all day. So when I saw it until when they said this, she about to get killed. Then I didn't want to see that. I'm tired of
Just
looking
put
at.
it down.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at that.
Yeah.
I can't. It starts to affect me mentally. It does. So I love my people. So I can't
Yeah.
watch that.
I just watched it just because I watched it the first time because I didn't really know what happened. So I had watched the whole thing. And then I saw another, it's everywhere. It's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I saw it uncensored. And I
Mm,
was like, ooh, like this is, I mean, when you look at violence, it's kind of like desensitized now, but still like watching that. And it's just very unfortunate. Like you told her to take the pot off the stove.
right.
And then now you're scared of like boiling water.
Yeah, you tripping. It's like, see, I don't want to get too deep in here, but stuff like that when it don't make sense is a lie. Like, why did you? Why are they so comfortable killing us? Like I was just telling Dutch earlier. I said, if a guy has a license to drive an 18 wheeler and he tip over the goods, they're gonna drug test him. He's gonna get fired.
Oh, yeah.
But a cop can kill somebody and take their life and get leave with pay.
Mhm.
There's something that's not going on with that. And I always remember that the police forces, they call it a fraternal order. So they have some kind of allegiance to each other where they're going to always stand by each other and make sure that they can cover for each other, which makes it unfair. They can just kill you and get away with it. And then a family got to bury a child. A mother got to cry again. A brother, a dad, they got to be tortured with this. Knowing there's going to be no justice. That ain't right.
And she had, I'm not sure how many children she has, but I saw a video of her son talking. So I can't imagine how that is. Like everyone's reposting about your mom.
Yeah.
Everyone's reposting the video. You can't even grieve like privately because it's everywhere. It's on the news.
Just
Everyone's
not.
talking about it.
Yeah, that's rough for the kids. That they got to see her face all. They can't. It's gonna be hard to get over. That's the side that's the story that nobody's paying attention to. That side, like after the cameras and everything is gone,
Yeah,
these
people
people,
grieving for real, like every day for the rest of their lives. It's not just a news headliner.
right? It's somebody's life that was taken, and they had people that loved them and they love people. I just don't like seeing stuff like that. We only gonna be here one time. They say, to be taken out like that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Apparently, she had called them 1st. So it's like, it seems like anytime it's like a mental health issue or like we're calling because we're afraid of something or fearful of something, now it's the fear of the person you called.
yeah,
So it's like, how are you training? Like, what is the training looking like in the police academy? For real.
no, really,
Like, what mental health are you guys really teaching? Because there should be certain things to de-escalate a situation or things to look for. And it's like, y'all just see, a black woman in distress. And, people already don't take us serious when it comes to like being hurt and stuff like that. So it's like a black woman distressed, they probably think, oh, like it's really nothing.
right? They just downplay it. Like,
Mhm.
it's just a number to them. Like when they engage with us, we're not looked at as people. Like they go see any other their race, their kind, and they let a guy cuss them out. Get the F away from my yard. They reason with him and everything. He got a bat in his hand. They reason with. We ain't gotta have nothing in our hand.
Nothing.
We got a pot of water in our hand,
Mhm.
and they just get rid of us like that.
Or nothing.
Yeah, or nothing.
You have nothing, literally.
Yep, and they do it to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, nobody want to get pulled over. It's a shame that you gotta be innocent. You ain't dirty. You ain't got nothing illegal on you or nothing. And we still gotta be nervous when we get pulled over and we ain't even did that. That's already a complex that's crazy to me. I don't know nobody, none of my friends, nobody. I got clean friends. They ain't doing nothing crazy. They legit all the way through. They still get nervous when the police pull them over.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because that could be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yeah, just a slight off movement, or if an officer's having like an off day and they project onto whoever they're dealing with, you never know. We got to just, pray for the family, rest in peace, Sonya Massey, and just really, be a big support.
Right.
Bring it to the light. everywhere because it's all about the numbers.
Definitely. And rest in peace to Sonya Massey again. Very sad situation. All you can do is send your prayers out, man. It's just devastating that we got to keep going through this over and over and over again.
Yeah, but we got to come together. We got to get the numbers out there. And it might seem like there's not much we can do, but I mean, you saw how George Floyd, was everywhere.
Definitely.
Different countries, everyone was marching. We just got to do the same thing. And it's encouraging people to do it.
Right. Yep. And with that being said, we got to go to commercial break, and we'll be back.
Welcome back, y'all. This your girl Jersey on what we talk about at Afro Vibes TV. So, we were just talking about Sonya Massey. How could this have been resolved? Like, for real, because there was no threat for them for that guy to shoot her. Boiling water, losing her life. And who's to say she was even trying to throw it?
Right.
Anyway.
Right. You're right. My thing is, whatever you feel like, I'm not a cop, I never will be, but you're still a person first, you're a human being first, right? So if I feel any discomfort or something, I need to let the person know. Like, look, I feel threatened by that water. I don't know what you got going on, or are you gonna throw the hot water on me? Address to her that you feel threatened by it. She don't even know what you got going on. She don't know what you're thinking. And the first thing you do is just jump to shooting her without having a conversation with her to understand where she's coming from mentally before you even make those decisions. He jumped the gun. He didn't, whatever training he had, they have training where they teach you how to talk to people. He just skipped over that. He didn't even he didn't even use that option at all. He didn't use that option to de-escalate whatever situation he thought it was.
Yeah. And then when you think about it, like, at least in my field, what I've learned is, let's say we're with like a client or someone who's in distress. There's always two people. So you make sure you're near an exit, you know where the other exit is, or it's just the way you position yourself. So you told her to go take the water off the stove.
Right.
Where you could have told, like, yo, bro, go take the water off the stove while I have her. She was like sitting down in her living room or whatever. Like, she could have still like just sat there, been cool, calm, and collected.
Right.
And like, what was the real threat? You just gonna be burned? If she was even going to throw it, that's the thing. Like, she was saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus."
I feel like her saying that makes me feel like she felt something was off with the cop. Because I'm not trying to get into deep on that, but for this woman that called the police to her house and then rebuked the cop, there's something going on that spiritually with whatever she was going through, that she rebuked him because she felt energy from him that was probably off. Because why would she even say that to him in the first place unless her instincts was kicking in and her spider senses was telling her that he was dangerous to her?
Or what if it was her just saying that for that person that she called the cops for? Because I think she had called because someone was like trespassing, or she knew something was wrong. So what if her saying that was just towards that?
Right. It wasn't even.
But there's no conversation there.
Right. To even understand or even know if that's what it was. You're right. Like, she couldn't even have been talking to him like you said. It could have been that too.
Because Black women, we say stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's how they express themselves.
Yeah. It don't even be towards the person that's next to you. You could just be sitting there, right, just by yourself saying it.
If it was a black cop, most likely, because I can't say anything can happen, but most likely, like I say, 90 to 10 chance, this doesn't happen. Because he understands that language. He understands that type of speaking. If he comes from that, most likely he does. That's another issue. I feel like we need to police our own, because the understanding makes it easy. Even though we got black cops that do you dirty too, I feel like it limits the chances of that happening when you bring somebody in that comes from there and you say rebuke you to him, he's not gonna take it away because he understands that language.
Yeah, that is true. You know, language is definitely different between whites and blacks. I mean, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
But I just hope that he stays in jail, gets prosecuted, like all that, because that's just it was uncalled for. And then I saw a post on how I don't remember exactly how many police stations he was like resigned from.
Mhm.
He's been like in and out of different places, so it's like, how did he even? How is he still a cop? How did he keep going from job to job? Like, where is the like background checks in
Right.
that? Or even if I don't know if it would be a background check, like they check
Yeah,
for
like
work.
how
Yeah.
like his records when
Yeah.
he gets passed over to another job, he got a record of his activities and what he's done and his how many times he's been disciplined and rolled up and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you writers like, how did he even make it to her?
Mhm.
Like to even do this? Like he shouldn't even have been that far in if he
Yeah.
got in that much trouble.
And then his language at the end near the video on the video was calling her a crazy bitch. So it's like you judging her, and there's barely anything to judge off of.
Seemed like he was mentally disturbed. Like he might have had some issues mentally. Now I want to know his background. I want to know like his upbringing and how he was raised because we might have a cop that was crazy, like literally out of his mind, and they just he on the force. Like that's like your surgeon. Like I bet you people do thorough checks on a surgeon. Most people don't before they let them cut you open. Like they need to have that same urgency with the police. Don't just let anybody just in here just with a pistol. You got a gun, you got a badge, and you got a vest on, and if you off, then you could just kill anybody for any reason.
You know what they should do? I'm sure they do it somewhere. There has to be somewhere where they have classes on like code. But it's ridiculous that you have to do that.
Yeah, like that's the
That
thing
you would
about
have
it.
to do that. But have like someone who's obviously black teaching these things.
Mhm.
But then it's just the fact that we got to teach white people the way how we live. Like it's just inconsiderate. I mean,
Yeah, that is crazy. When you say it, it sounds crazy. When you really say that,
it does. Like we
Yes.
really got to try and teach cops how to communicate with us.
you
So
should be a cop.
you don't see it as much with like Asian culture.
Nah, you don't.
You don't see it as much with Asian culture.
You
You
don't.
don't see it as much with, I mean, white on whites, honestly.
No, you don't.
It's really just Hispanics and then it's us, it's
Yep.
black folks.
Yep. It's like they. It's just people they don't like you. They gonna do something to you. Bottom line, it's about not liking you. At the end of the day, when people do stuff like that, they already have a disdain for you
Yeah.
for some reason that I can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
I know some reasons, but that's far and few between. We can talk for hours about that. But yeah, it's a dislike. I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I have opportunity to harm you. In another situation, I wouldn't be able to do this to you. I wouldn't have the courage. But right now, I can shoot your black ass. Excuse me. That's how they feel. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you what they think for the people that
They
do
have
that.
the upper hand, the authority.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the good white people and the good white cops who you got them feeling all jacked up because they ain't not even on nothing like that. They just genuine people, and they got to make them feel uncomfortable. To, I know it does for them to have to see how things play out.
Or,
even though, go ahead.
Or even if they're in situations where they have to conform to everybody else because everybody else is on that cop side, but they know that that was wrong.
Right.
And it's like, well, do I lose my job? Do I fight with what's right? What's the upper hand? What are they going to say if that person does leave that job? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm not like making an excuse for them, but it's just trying to dive deeper into like a situation where there is, a quote unquote good cop.
Right.
Or a good white cop.
No, that makes sense. And not to be funny, I'm not being funny, but if you think about it, if you watch movies when they got police forces and stuff like that, you really see this go on. You see the cop that's crooked, and then you see the guy that's not with it. You see him get threatened, like don't say nothing. Like these people these writers ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? They getting this from real stories and real situations that really happen with police.
It's real.
Exactly.
It's real. I mean, that's really all it is. Look at Snowfall.
Yep.
That had to happen.
Yeah, that was
Out of
real.
everybody in the 80s, like that had to happen.
That was
to
real.
somebody.
That was real.
Hmm.
Like drugs don't grab it, don't grow legs and walk over our border like that. They just don't. You've never seen
Yeah.
that? I never seen that before.
You know what else was crazy this week?
What's up?
You know who Dream Doll is?
Yeah, I
I
know.
saw an interview of her talking about how she wants to go back to her natural body.
Really?
Yes.
Think
Because
that.
you know you
Oh,
got a BBL. It's really obvious.
yeah, definitely. I've seen her. Um,
Oh, you've seen her.
I've seen her. I've seen how she lives. Yeah. Um, I think that's to me that's dope that she feels like that. I don't every like me, you do what you do. Everybody's entitled to do
Yeah.
really or have their body how they want. I don't that's on you. But it makes me smile because I just want women to go back to loving who they are because I see people jacking their faces up and looking crazy.
Yeah. And everyone looks the same.
You know.
Like all them Instagram models. I mean, throwing shade, not throwing shade. I'm sorry, but everyone's starting to look the same.
Yeah, they look
There's
crazy.
no like individuality.
Mm.
And now it's like, all right, now beauty standards are a trend. Like
It is a trend.
it was BBLs, and now people want to be skinnier or slim thick, and now they're taking this medication. It's called Ozempic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be for people that only have type 2 diabetes, but women are using it to lose weight. But it's like when you really think about like the science of it, it's for people with diabetes, not for you to lose weight. So if you don't have diabetes and you're taking this medication, what's the long-term effects?
Right. The desperation for beauty.
People don't care. Well, women don't care.
Right.
But it just creates a false narrative for everything. Like, especially like little girls looking up to like these celebrities, influencers, they look like they have the best life in the world, or got money. And it's like, oh, I want to be like that. And it's like,
They're clearly not happy because they're going through all these changes, and they must see themselves as ugly in the mirror because to go to the extremes they go to hide what they were.
I wouldn't say ugly. I would
No,
say
maybe
maybe
that
like
I'm saying how they feel. They feel ugly.
yeah, or maybe their self-worth is just lower.
True, like low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a better take on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I just wish that women knew like, look, we really. I'm speaking for men. Most men that I know, we want the woman that's natural. It's a turn off when you start getting plastic surgery. We don't. That's not what we.
But y'all say that, but there's the other side where men like drool over women that have BBLs, the curves. So that makes the regular women feel like, well, I don't have that, but that's what men want. But then I don't know if it's like social media making that seem like men only want that, or because maybe it's like the algorithm.
That is social media.
Because I've been seeing my social media, I'm like, dang, this girl got curves, but I don't follow them. How am I seeing them? So then maybe it's just a thought. Maybe that's why it looks like men like that, because that's what's showing up,
Yes, and I'll say that. I'll say that it's a social media thing. It's the way they projecting it on social media because women that see that and feel insecure, they're not watching the lady in 7-Eleven really come in the store like that or corner store. They're seeing it on social media. This is like, it's like when you see a music video and you see people dressed up and they dancing around, they're not wearing this new outfit in real life. It's for the video. Like, they're not going to wear this outside. It's like social media is
it's a
its
playland.
own world.
It's a playland for who has the best stuff, the nicest body, the nicest skin color, smooth skin, no acne. It's the best hair, lashes. It's literally like a hype zone.
Yep.
But in the reality, it's like, all right, what's real?
That's true.
And people are making that social media the reality of the world, where it's like, not everybody can afford a BBL.
No,
I mean, I definitely don't want one. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be all lopsided and then I get 60 years old and then my back is like twisted up or they get the fat injected,
Mhm.
that's turned stale or something. I mean, people don't even know like the long-term effects, and they're getting these things done for the right now.
True. But one thing about Jersey that I want y'all to know, Jersey works hard. She works out. She goes to the gym. She takes care of herself. She's a fitness, what I would call a fitness guru. She's
I'm
literally
trying to be.
she does it. She's gonna be a little shy about it, but I'm telling you, she works hard. She gets to it in the gym. She do not play. So
Mhm.
she puts the work in.
Yeah.
Take care of herself.
If women really looked at what it takes to be healthy, it's carbs and it's protein. If you really want to build, carbs and protein and cardio, that's literally it. But people don't want to do that work. They want to take shortcuts. But then I've seen this. It's like they take the shortcut, they get the surgery, they start working out and start claiming like, oh, like natural bodies. When it's like, girl, we know you just got surgery.
Stop
Like,
trying to lie to yourself.
but be real about it.
That's all. Just be what you are. Claim your shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Don't switch it up.
Mhm.
You can't do that. You gotta keep it just who you are. Who you are. There's nothing wrong with being who you are. At the end of the day, everybody could just be yourself. It's okay to be who you are. No need to be ashamed about it. Anything like that. We are human. Like they say, you only can be you. Everybody else is taken.
Mm. Yeah, it's all about self acceptance. But you gotta want to accept yourself, and it takes time. It doesn't take one day, tomorrow, overnight. It takes time to really accept who you are. But on that note, we ran out of time today. But thank y'all for tuning in to what we talk about on Afro Vibes TV, and we'll see you next week.
We gone.